Hey traders, this is Jeff from ZenTrader.ca with a market update, and this had to have been a very frustrating market for anybody long, myself included. Every rally got sold. Every futures that were up were down by the next trading day. Every intraday rally got hit with a wave of sellers. So, earnings were horrible. Apple disappointed, although the end of the day it wasn't so bad. But let's look forward to next week. I think we have some minor reasons to be optimistic, but I think that will ultimately get sold as well. Here's what I think. We got a full moon on Monday. Let me go to that chart real quick. We got a full moon on Monday, and you can see that clearly the downside pressure it's waning. You could actually almost make the case, though, there's like a mini diamond pattern forming, which generally breaks to the trend that it's in, which is down. But I think we're going to get some more selling on Monday, and I think we may even undercut these lows, which would just whet the bears' appetites even more, that the end is going to it's going to be here, and we're just going to go down and down and down. But I know that the bears, they want this move, they want it all at once, but generally it doesn't happen that way. Generally the market is gonna try to fool the most amount of people, so maybe we go down, even undercut these lows, and I think we're gonna rebound again. Buyers have been stepping in, and the full moon, while it doesn't tell you which way the market's going to go, oftentimes it's a pause in trend, or like for example here, the trend was down and then it paused and then it went up. Same thing here, the trend was down and then this was an actual change in trend. It's just been very good at kind of just mixing things up, and so I think what we're going to do is we're going to get to see potential short-term bounce, maybe up to this range on the Dow. I think maybe 30.50, 30.75 could be an opportunity to and this is going to be a good opportunity to short. I think that's what's going to happen, and maybe it goes a little bit more. Maybe if I would draw this trend line down, maybe we actually breach the 3100. I'm not bullish on the markets, but I've seen, like, my timing signal has switched, although it hasn't actually given an entry point, and I've seen this happen so many times where when all my signals are in alignment, like when they finally do switch, there's generally one last either rally or sell-off to kind of fool the max amount of people. And that's kind of why I'm holding on to some of my longs right now. And this was a pretty flat week, all things considered, for me. I was hoping for more of a bounce, I guess you could say, and it never came. The volatility has picked up, although we can go a lot more. And I think we'll get there. I really do. But I just think we're going to pause. The VIX, this is just the VIX removed. This is the 10-day EMA of that. It's right around normal volatility. The VIX is no reason to look at this chart and be like, okay, we're going to rally now, because we have so much more that we could go. I just don't know if we're going to get it, like, right off the bat. Like I said, the bears and Twitter is just full of people who are bearish and think that the end is near and that the markets are just going to collapse, and I just don't know if that's going to happen right now. The Nasdaq advanced decline, it is in a bullish alignment here with a 1334 crossover, and again, this may just come back up and touch this 34 EMA and then roll over. Much like it did, say, here. I'm sure at this point in time in the markets, people were like, oh, the markets are going to go down, and eventually they did. But there's just, there's ebbs and flows in the market, and you can't just become so one-sided. We did go under the 50 moving average on the daily chart for the Nasdaq, and we closed above it. We haven't closed below this in quite some time, I think way back in May, and that set off a big rally. So you need to be flexible. I don't think we're going to get a big rally. I think we're going to, maybe go up here. Well, actually, I don't think we're going to go. Well, yeah, I think we could potentially go up to this level, and that would be resistance, and that would be, in my opinion. And I'll send out an alert to anybody on my free newsletter. You can just go to zentrader.net, sign up for that, or just go to the blog. All right, guys, take care. Have a good weekend.